Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it again. We've got another absolutely cracked build in our hands, and this time we've mastered everything there is to know about casting in Wuchang Falling Feathers. Not only did we upgrade our previous mage build, we've now maxed our feathering damage too, combining the strongest magic and feathering spells into one singular build. Plus, we boosted our damage output by the disciplined power-up meta, which is currently the most potent in Wuchang Falling Feathers. And listen fellas, I'm not even exaggerating. Echo of Zhuan Yanji, or however the name of this spell is, has made me fall in love with this game all over again. Just take a look at this damage in the background. Have you ever seen a winged giant drop that fast? I haven't. This build is absolutely insane and we are just getting started. At the start of every boss fight, you can use the Blight to delete 20% of the enemy's HP in just 2 or 3 casts. We are yet again using Echo of the Bow Sorcerer for that massive frostbite chunk. Now, thanks to the feathering, we are stacking corruption damage too for any boss that are weak to it, like this guy right here. This is literally a spellcaster's dream. But here's the twist. To unlock this setup, you need to beat your first playthrough because our main spell and our sword come from the final boss. So let's get ready everybody, we are doing a full build breakdown, and at the end I've got a boss fight to show you how potent this build is even for the toughest enemies. And that's all while wearing one of the best armor combinations in the game, which I will include in this setup in the build breakdown. But now fellas, let's break it down. Alright everybody, first things first, we are using Dark Frost Edge yet again for that evasive maneuver, especially for the bosses that are very difficult to dodge certain attacks. And our secondary weapon is gonna be the Plumbed Grace, which is a drop from the final boss. As you can see right here, this sword scales greatly with feathering. And since our main spell is going to be a feathering damage spell, and on the mage build we were using the Dark Frost Edge sword anyway, this is the perfect combination. The pendants that we are using in this build are Sun Pendant for the increased potency of spells. No matter what type the spell is, if it's feathering or magic, this will increase your damage. Bravery Pendant is also a great pick here. Increases damage dealt against enemies at full health. And then we are increasing our damage against large enemies. So this is very good because our pendants do not scale with magic or feathering, they are all damage boost pendants. The main spell of this build is this one right here. As you saw in the intro, you can trigger Alacrity while casting it, thus meaning every time you are trying to do the spell, you should wait for the opponent to attack you first, so you can first activate Alacrity, meanwhile you're not taking any damage, regenerating 1 feather, and then you're gonna have the window to do damage without being damaged. We have our Blight spell and our Corruption spell, and then of course Echo of the Bow Sorcerer. These 2 spells in the middle can be swapped accordingly to the weaknesses of the enemy bosses. Now fellas, this armor set right here is one of the greatest armor sets you can have in the game. I will show you exactly what I mean. So we have more than 230 in every single resistance right here. We have 9.2 tenacity, nothing negative into our elemental resistances, and we have 2 very important spikes, Blight and Corruption. These 2 are super annoying, especially in certain areas, but the only downside of this armor set is the Despair. If you find yourself dying because of Despair, you should change 1 piece to boost your Despair as much as possible. Before we go into the skill tree, I want to share with you the Benedictions first. There was a comment in our previous video about the Discipline power-up, and I didn't realize there is a whole meta behind it, and more creators are using this as well. So this is approximately a 65+% into your damage, and I assume that the +1 is giving you even more than that, so we are close to the 100% extra damage boost just by using these passives right here. So the first one will give us a damage boost if you have 3 discipline skills known, 6 discipline skills known, 9 discipline skills known, and then the final upgrade, if you're using all 3, is gonna be 12 discipline skills known. I will show you very quickly how you will get all that while also maintaining high damage with magic and feathering points too. On the Dark Frost Edge though, we are using defeating enemies increases your damage for a time and grants Skyborn Might. We are going to inflict frostbites when we are using the Dark Frost Edge, because when we want to use our magic, we should be using the Dark Frost Edge to be mobile and have that ghostly mist form, which makes us untouchable. And on top of that, I'm gonna just use one power up with the 3 discipline skills unknown. Alright fellas, let's talk about the skill tree. This might look a little bit complicated, but if you set 3 goals, it should be like super easy to set it up. Our first main goal is to get more than 50 feathering and 50 magic into our build. Our second goal is to get as many vitality nodes as we can. And our third and final goal is to get 12 discipline skills known. I have found a way to learn 12 discipline skills while also maintaining a path that is super beneficial for our build. So for our first goal, to gain 50 feathering and 50 magic, here's what you need to do. You can go to the right side, grab all the vitality, the magic and the feathering on the top. The top side is magic, the bottom side is feathering. Grab the weapon level up whenever you can. On the left side, we're gonna grab the flasks whenever we can. Go all the way to the left side, maximize your magic and your feathering, and also the flasks from here as well, your mana potions. Now we should have 50 feathering and 50 magic. Our next goal is to get tanky. And how we are going to do that? Through the axe tree and the longsword tree. On the axe tree, we're gonna do this path right here, which is going to provide us with +5 vitality right here, +3, +1, 3, 3, 1, and 5. On the longsword, you're gonna grab the vitality from here, 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 and that's it. Also, the longsword tree has a lot of feathering on it as well, so it is super beneficial for the build that we are doing. Now, goal number 2 is done. Goal number 3 is to get 12 discipline skills known. And how we are going to do that is simply through the same path. We're gonna grab one from here, one from down here, that is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, that is 7, 8, 9, and the last 3 are going to be in the longsword tree, 10, 11, and 12. As you can see, everything is very close to what we are utilizing in this build, so we are not missing out and wasting our points for no reason. To demonstrate, fellas, this build in action, I chose the Tiger boss fight. Not just because it is short and sweet, but because it really showcases the alacrity and evasive maneuver swap tech we've been using to dominate. Now, I could have used one of the end boss fights that you saw teased in the intro, but for those we used some different strategies. So if you want to take a look at the end boss fights of New Game Plus, I will have the link in the description from that livestream that we did, where we crafted this build and defeated the New Game Plus. Like the video to save this build into your library so you can come back to it anytime. Hit the bell so you don't miss future builds, of course, and comment down below, fellas. Is this the strongest build? Have you seen something better? And what should I try next? I'm really curious because after this video I'm resetting my character and diving into something completely different now that I have officially conquered the world of spells. That is it for now, fellas. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, good to go. So we should use the iframes from the slash spell a little bit better. And when in need, we swap to the other sword. That is not well. That is not well played at all. Yep, this spell kinda busted, okay? This spell.